Hello and welcome back to the final week of Trilogy Month. So as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, I am revisiting the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy because it has been exactly probably over 20 years since I last revisited these movies that I loved so much as a kid. Uh, initially, I had planned to rewatch the first one on VHS because I do own it on VHS as well as Blu-ray. However, I'm actually filming this on the 13th. No, sorry, the 14th of this month. So literally during the Star Wars week of Trilogy Month, that's when I'm finally getting around to these. I've just been putting it off for whatever reason. So because of it's getting that late towards when this is actually due to go live, I opted to watch the Blu-ray instead of trying to, get the VHS TV that you see behind me there up and running to watch it. If you hear a cat meowing in the background, that is my Oliver. I've closed the door to this room to film because I don't want him running around whilst I'm filming. So yeah, it's been 20 years. And I think I remembered something that I completely forgot about. And I honestly think that this might have been the very first movie I have ever seen in cinema. Now, I've made this claim before where I thought it was The Chamber of Secrets, that I thought The Chamber of Secrets was the very first movie I'd ever seen in cinema. However, as I was watching this movie, I unlocked certain memories from, when I was that young. I think I would have been like no, not 5 or 6. Would have been about 4. Would have been about 4. Yeah, well, I was about 4 or 5 at the time of this coming out, because I was born in '98, and so I remember seeing certain bits. As I was watching certain bits of the movie, I was like, oh, I think I might have actually seen this in cinema. So technically, this might have been the very first movie I seen in cinema. Now, when my mother was alive, she said that the very first movie that I seen in cinema was the first Philosopher's Stone. However, being that young, I don't remember it. However, when it comes to the likes of Spider-Man and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, as well as Star Trek Nemesis, those are the ones that I do remember seeing in cinema. But yeah, I love it. I still love it. It still holds up. Sam Raimi is a phenomenal director when it came to this movie and this entire trilogy. Like, as soon as I'm done actually filming this review, I'm more than likely going to go down and start the second Spider-Man movie. And yeah, it basically reminded me of how much I love this franchise, how much I love Spider-Man as a character, and how much I love Tobey Maguire's iteration of Spider-Man. Because, since then we've had 2 other Spider-Man. We've had Andrew Garfield, who I still have yet to see his iteration outside of No Way Home, and of course, recently enough now, Tom Holland, as he will be getting a 4th Spider-Man movie as well. And yeah, I love it. I love this movie. The Blu-ray, you can definitely tell that a lot of the stuff was CG. But then again, obviously it was CG back then for a lot of the stuff. But it was so low res that you couldn't tell back in the, well, I'm sure you could, but my memory of it isn't like that. Of course, as well, one of the most most famous scene is when Peter is catching the tray that MJ drops. That took 150 takes, if memory serves correct. So that was all done. Practically, that was Tobey Maguire catching those, all of that was on that tray. And I forgot how much I love Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin. Obviously, from watching No Way Home, I know it reminded me of that. But just seeing the OG version of it, from 22 years ago now, Jesus Christ. just how well he portrayed it. Because I love Willem Dafoe. I loved him in Platoon, which is something I watched for the first time this year. Obviously, I love him for these movies as well as No Way Home, and just in general, he is a phenomenal actor. Um, and yeah, I'm happy that I got around to rewatching this. It definitely had that feeling of going to see it in cinema when it came out in Ireland, and then I think we went to Burger King afterwards. To obviously because Burger King and McDonald's, a lot of the fast food chains would have toys to give out for these movies. So that is something I think happened. Again, my memory's a bit fuzzy. But it definitely would have been that for Spider-Man 2. Now these movies did come back reshown in cinema in August. And I missed out on them. I decided not to go and see them when they were back in cinema, obviously, because this would have been a cinevlog if that were the case. But yeah, I'm happy enough that I finally got around to it, and maybe I won't take as long to get around to them after this wash through for Trilogy Month. Hell, I even remember the fucking the web shooters that they done. I remember, I think vividly, either getting it for my birth. No, it wouldn't have been for my birthday. It would have been probably around Christmas. Either Christmas or birthday. I might have gotten the web shooters, or I remember wanting to get the web shooters, of course. Or it might have been the Spider-Man 2 web shooters. I don't know. But anyway, I'm rambling on right now. I'm happy to say that this does indeed hold up and is probably one of the best Spider-Man movies out there. Obviously, a lot of people are saying the second movie in this trilogy is the best. I'm about to go find out. But yeah, that is going to wrap this up. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. As always, since this is Trilogy Month, I will see you on Wednesday for my review of Spider-Man 2. I'll see you all on the next upload.